It has been a long journey since I decided to custom water cool White 2.0. I sold my GTX 980s SLI and I bought the EVGA GTX 980 Ti classified, and I was having a hard time getting the water block in the backplate. So I decided to sell it and wait for Pastel. When I put my hands on my EVGA GTX 1080 Founders Edition, I knew it was time to finish the project. I want to say thank you, Jacob, for helping me out selecting the parts for my loop. I had no clue where to even begin. Live and learn, huh? Now my GTX 1080 is water cooled. It has been an awesome experience, expensive as hell as well. Man, that rhymes, that sounds like a rap. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you White Evolution 3.0. By now you'd figure White would be in a different case, but till today, there has not been one case that is worth my upgrade. Every case out there just don't have what it takes to convince me. Till then I will continue to stay with my favorite case ever, the Corsair 760T. The things I did to the case, well, I resprayed the front panel because the paint that I used the last time turned yellowish. Yeah, not a pleasant look. And while I was at it, I painted the whole chassis completely white. Why not? For White Evolution 3.0, I am using the EK-Vardar F4-120mm in size and 2200 RPM liquid cooling high performance fans. Just the best. Alright, let's go over the main components. For the motherboard, I'm using the Asus X99A. For the CPU, I got the Intel i7-5820K overclocked to 4.5 at a voltage of 1.245. For RAM, I'm using the Corsair Dominator Platinum 16GB DDR4 at 3000 MHz. For power supply, I got the EVGA 850G2 80+ Gold certified. For the graphics card, I got the EVGA GTX 1080 Founders Edition. And to have everything at good temperatures, I got my custom water loop and I gave it the name Genesis. I looked out there for a white power supply. There were few, but just not what I really wanted, solid white. So I decided to void my warranty and paint my power supply myself, including the fan. I also got the sleeve cables from Cable Mod. To cool down the i7-5820K overclocked, I got the XSPC Raystorm water block. At the top of the case, I got the XSPC 360mm radiator with my Vardar fans, fresh air intake. To exhaust the hot air out of the case, I got the Corsair Airflow 140mm fan, custom painted as well. At the bottom of the case, I got a 120mm XSPC radiator with the Vardar fans air exhaust. And at the front of the case, I got a 240mm radiator, XSPC as well, with the Vardar fans air intake. I painted the backplate of my GTX 1080 to match the theme of my rig. The backplate is from EK-Vardar blocks. To cool down the GTX 1080, I am using the EK nickel-plated copper water block with plexi top, from EK-Vardar blocks as well. And the liquid cooling inside the loop is the Mayhems Pastel White. What a sexy look. I decided to go with soft tubing. I think it looks sexy. Next year I'll do hard tube, I promise. I am using the XSPC D5 Photon 170 Reservoir pump combo. And I got the XSPC compression fittings chrome. The measurements G 1/4 inch thread to 7/16 inner diameter and 5/8 outer diameter. I had a bad experience with painted fittings, trust me. Alright, so here's the direction of my loop, from the reservoir to the CPU water block, then to the 360mm radiator. From there it comes down to the graphics card water block. Then it comes out to the 120mm radiator at the bottom, then it goes down to the 240mm radiator, then back to the rest. There are many configurations you can do, I really like this one. When I bought my reservoir, I was trying to save a few bucks, so I ordered it without the sleeve cables. It looked so bad. I had to find a way to fix that mistake, so this is what I came up with. I also changed the ugly front panel I/O cables to a sleeve white. Well, besides the USB 2.0 cable, ew. Right there you can also see the RGB control receiver. I did not use the front audio cable because I never use it anyways. Also to keep Snow White as clean looking as possible. The space of the dry base was empty without being used, so I did some light modifications. I added a hard drive cage. Since I had space limitations, I could only use 2, so I got a Western Digital 1TB 10,000 RPM Velociraptor hard drive, and a Western Digital Caviar Black 2TB 7200 RPM. On the side of the case, I got a HGST 500GB 2.5 7200 RPM that I got from an external hard drive that would not work anymore. The adapter USB 3.0 to SATA power and SATA cable decided to stop working. I think the PCB fried. So I took out the hard drive and it works perfectly. Yay! Next, I got a crucial 500GB SSD for Steam and Origin to install my favorite games, and the rest of my games go on my 2TB hard drive. And last but not least, I got a 250GB SSD from Intel where I got Windows 10 installed. Man, I love those fast boot up times. Taking a look at the front I/O panel, there is a headphone input jack, microphone input jack, both disabled, 2-speed fan controller, 2 USB 2.0, 2 USB 3.0 connectors, a reset button, and the power LED button. With the Corsair 760T, if you use any type of fan configuration, you can't use the top cover. So I decided to address the issue. It's just a simple economic mod. Also, this case does not provide any type of fan filters. What the fuck was Corsair thinking about releasing such a poor top case design?
Really, nigga?
So I bought 3 fan filters, 140mm magnetic ones, easy to remove and easy to dust off. I also covered around the radiator diameter to prevent any dust to come into the case, using white electrical tape. You might say, how ghetto, but hey, it gets the job done, and it doesn't look that bad. And well, here is the back of the computer, nothing too crazy back here, just the connectors. Take a look at the paint job that I did on the power supply. Can I just get a sexy? Yeah, that's what I thought. Man, I sound so arrogant. No guys, but seriously, I think it looks very nice. Alright guys, my friends, take a look right here. This is PCPartPicker.com. Right here you can make your own list and whatnot. But anyway, so here's my computer, my total wattage. I'm using 489 plus the LED strips that I haven't, the RGB strips that I haven't put in here. So I'm probably around 500. So my power supply is 850 watts. I have plenty of power and enough for an upgrade for another GPU. But anyways, take a look right here. My custom loop, it's $952, so close to $1,000. And the total price of my computer, it's $3371.92. Not that bad. It's not that bad. Also, take a look in here. These are my fittings. This is what I paid for. If you want to pause the video and read them better, I'm also going to leave this list down below. Not everything is named, so I'm sorry for that. But pretty much, guys, this is the rundown of my list. It's 952. The total includes shipping. This is what I paid for. If you wanted to know how much everything cost, well, here it is. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's something simple. So guys, thanks for watching my video. I want to say some things. Building this computer, it was truly an amazing experience. I will do it again, definitely. And I actually got some other parts that I got coming in for the computer. So stay tuned, stay subscribed. follow me on my Instagram, on Twitter and whatnot. But guys, I got some other things that I'm going to change on the computer, like I'm going to change the radiators, I'm going to change some things. I'm probably going to do hard tubing within the next months, so I want to start 2017 with hard tubing. So I know it's going to be challenging, and I know that, you know, I'm going to have some headaches like I did with this build and whatnot. It was not easy to build it. It wasn't easy. Like the compressed fittings, man, they were hard to put in there. And, you know, waiting for the parts to ship, and, you know, Performance PC, sometimes it showed on the website that they had it available, like they had it on stock, and when I did the purchase, I got an email saying that it was a back order and whatnot. So I did few phone calls, rage and whatnot. But after that, guys, building a computer like this, it's just an awesome experience. You learn a lot of things, and like I said, I had a good friend helping me out throughout the way. My friend Jacob, shout outs to you, bro. Thanks for, you know, helping me out, because this is my first time doing a custom water loop computer, or custom water cooling. So I really liked it. I love the temperatures. Oh man, it's just great. So guys, thanks for watching. Like I said one more time, don't forget to subscribe, follow me on my progress with this build. I'll see you guys next time.